Hello students, I hope you're all doing very well and I wish you all a very happy and peaceful and easy Ramadan for every one of you. Okay, and today's session is on using tables. The main objectives of the class is to use insert and edit tables such as splitting table or cells and merge cells, border and shading. To insert delete columns and rows in a table when you want to add an extra or you want to delete a column or row, and to insert and edit word art, uh, which I've explained. Most of you know it. Most of you have done your level 1 in your level 1 class using tables, adding the data, entering the data and deleting, and also inserting a new columns. In this level 2 classroom, we will look into more advanced options of merge cells, splitting table, using tabs, and so on. To your email, I have sent you two exercises. First exercise is a PDF file which has, let me just go through this, number which starts from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Students, this is self-explanatory. Everything is explained step by step in this handout. What you should do, where should you click and everything. But anyway, I will go through this in my tutorial again. Now, the next exercise is on this this task activity where you will be having an inserting a word art, which I will explain you how to do, and also to set a tab and enter the details. So inserting table, anyway, you know how to format the picture, which I will go through one more time. You have done most of these things in your word activities in level 1, but anyway, I'll give a quick recap of all this. Right, students, let's start with this exercise, with this task, with the Adobe PDF task that I have sent you. Please work on it and send me your homework by next class to my email address. Now let's start with this exercise 1, creating and enhancing a table. Type the following exercise using a table. First, type the text for the heading. That is, I'm just going to open a new document, file, new, blank document. That's the first text for the heading. What's my text for the heading? My text for the heading is okay. Minutes of a meeting held on. Minutes of a meeting. Minutes of a meeting held on held on 26th of November. Right, let me just take November. And this should be a line center, which you know, and it should be bold. If you want to increase the font size, increase the font size. 1999. Okay, fine. Next is using the table, insert table to create a table, specify 3 columns and 2 rows. Now, using 1999 is an old document. Okay, using a table, insert table, you can from here also you can select the number of tables, but I will use the insert table option. Here I will specify how many columns, guys. 3 columns and 2 rows. Number of columns, I'm going to delete that 5. Number of columns is 3 and 2 rows. And there you go, I get my table in there. Now what should I type inside the table? Number, minute, action.
Because you said, oh my god, too fast.
Number, I'm going to press tab on the keyboard to go into next cell. Number, minute. See, if you press tab from your keyboard, just above the caps button, it goes to the next cell and action. Okay. Next is 1, the minutes of the meeting. Number 1, See that? I'm just going to put number. I'm not going to type everything, students. It will consume time, but you know anyway how to type and everything. So I'm just going to reduce the column size a bit if I want it. From here I can increase the column, increase the row length, and also from here you can also, if you want, you can just narrow down the column a bit. You can hear my son on the background. Anyway, the minutes of the meeting held at the minutes of the meeting, the minutes of the meeting held at held 26th up to 26 October 1995, held 26 October 1995. I'm just going to write one sentence where agreed. 9 October, where, look, where is my, where agreed. Now it's in the center alignment, so I'm just going to change it to the left. October spelling, make sure you write your spelling. October, what's the spelling of October? That's it. October, what's the action that's taken? The action is all, so I'm just going to write all. Now I have more rows, 2, 3, 4. So how am I going to add those? Resize the columns, type the headings in the first row. Right, I have done all of those things. In the second row, click the numbering button for the number. Yes, now type the text. At the end of the row, press tab. A new row will appear. Students, as I said, everything is explained in this handout. What you guys do is you don't read. I always said in the classroom, read. Well, anyway, let's read again. At the end of the table, click and press tab. See, there you go. 1, 2, 3. When you go to the last cell, press tab from your keyboard. It will open a new row. From last, it goes to next cell. It will open a new row. Okay. Now, and finish all your typing. I'm not going to do it. It takes too much of time, but you can do it. You can do your typing. Enhance the table using shading and borders to match the example below. Play with the different border styles, line weight and shades. See that this part is bordered, so you can enhance your table. Right, just highlight the whole row. You see, students, here, shading. From there you can shade into a different color. You can shade more colors. If you want, you can pick more colors from there. Now this has a line border. From, if you want to have a different type of a border from there, you can just click on that. No, I think it's not that the one. Let's see, what do we get in design? See, borders. From, if you go into design, click anywhere inside the table, and then you go into design. From here, borders and shading, you have the option borders. If you want to more options of borders and shading, you can click on this borders and shading, and from here select all, and you can choose whichever style of border you want it. If you want to have a different color, you can have a different color. If you want to have a different width, like a thickness of that, you can see that. See, my border is changed. So students, feel free to see what these options includes, what are these options, what is shading, what is the all those what different colors. Feel free to play. You're not going to break your computer. Just explore those different options that you can find in there. Right, that's our first exercise is done. The second exercise, I'm just going to briefly explain to you. Now you have to enter the table. See, students, create the following table, placing borders, shading in appropriate places. To change, okay, so first you have the table. First you draw the table. How many columns you need? 1, 2, 3. How many rows you want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you need, in my next activities, I'm just going to do my next activity in here. Right, it's on the right alignment, that's right. So exercise 2, I'm going to write it as exercise 2. I need 3 columns and 9 rows. Insert table. if I click on insert table, I need 3 columns and 9 rows, and I just say okay to that. Okay, and then I will do my you do your typing, product code and cost, product code and cost. I'm just going to write something in there. Can I just copy and paste it? It needs me to buy the software, but anyway, gold necklace 56. So enter all the details. Enter all the details in there. GN78956, GN78956 $5 and silver bracelet. I'm just going to enter 2 rows, students, so that I can understand silver bracelet, so that I can explain you how to use sorting and so stuff. SB 456 and cost is 34.45. 34.45. I'm just going to add one more row. You can do your remaining data entry. Jen's watch GW12367, GW123, not FW, GW123, and how was the price? 67. So I'm just going to stop here, students, but you finish your typing. Okay, please, you finish your typing. And I have total. Okay, fine. What I will do is I will just put my total towards the end because I need to show. Okay, good. Now sort the table. Sort the table entries into alphabetical order, not including the headings at the top or the total. Students, please see here, not including the headings at the top or the total. To do this, select the entries to be sorted and choose table sort. Simple, students. What you do is, because you're not going to sort the heading or the total, so just highlight this. Just highlight that data. Do not include the product or do not include the total. In case if you have typed it all, everything you have typed, so including that as well. But here I haven't typed all the data. I have just done the first 3 columns in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight first 3 columns, but you include you select all your columns, and then you have to do sortings. What do you mean by sorting? There are 2 types of sorting: ascending order and descending order. What is ascending order? From A to Z. What is descending order? From Z to A. So I will go on to layout. You see this option of sort here? I will click on the sort because I'm going to sort by column 1, text in ascending order. I'm just going to keep it as it is and just say OK. Yeah, see, students, it is all arranged in ascending order, alphabetical order. When I do that, even the cost of that is changed. It is arranged in column 1 ascending order, but you can see that the cost price is changed. It does not sort out this column into the ascending order. If it does that, then the whole data will be wrong. So it keeps the cost as it is. It keeps the cost relevant to the product name, and then it sorts the product in a ascending order. Jen's watch was 67 pounds. Yes, gold necklace 56 pounds, silver bracelet 34.45 pounds. Okay, students, so it will not sort out by column, but you can do if it does that, it gives the error in your data entry. So make sure you do it properly, just by column 1. If you sort out by column 3, for example, you want to sort this by cost, highlight it. This is column 3, sort it. Now column 1, you have column 3, column 3, number, ascending. Okay, you see that Now 34.5, 56 and 67, but the gents watch is moved to that particular row, and the 56 gold necklace and silver bracelet is 34.5. Right, students? Understood? Now I'm going to do this by column 1. That's what they have asked us to do it. So I'm just going to highlight this whole 3 rows, then sort it, and also select column 1 from here, and I'm just going to say OK to that. Right, that's done. Now calculating the total figure, position the cursor in the cell where you want the total to appear, select table formula, the system will display equals sum above. Click the number format arrow and select the currency format and select OK. So now it's very easy to calculate sum in our Excel, but here also it's not that difficult. So when you want to calculate sum of this table, sum of this cost, total of the cost, click on this and you see this formula here. See the formula option here, it is under layout. See click on formula, sum of above, it will come on its own, sum of above, and just say OK to that. You see that it adds all these 3 numbers, but in your case the answer should be different because you have included the remaining data as well. So the total of these 3 product is 157.45, but once you type the remaining data into that, your total will be different than what I have shown you right now. Okay, let's see. And shading the figure and everything, borders and shading, you know it, students, so I'm not going to go through this one more time. So you shade it and you do this work. Now splitting table, exercise 3, splitting table. Create a new file, type the following table, split the table. So I'm not going to create a new table, it's going to be waste of time for me. So what you do it, students, please, you do it. It's going to take a lot of time for me, so you do this. You enter this data as it is. Just you have to enter revenues and expenses. Then what you do is, I'm just going to show you here. For example, this is your revenue, this is your expenses, this is where you have typed. If you click here and if you select this option of split table, which is under layout, if you click on this table, if you click here and split table, you see that the table is divided into 2 parts. Sorry, if you want to bring it back, just click here and press delete on your keyboard. See that the table is joined again. Once again, students, wherever you want to split, click where you want to split it and select the from table tools, under layout you will see split table. There you go. If you don't want to split again, press delete on your keyboard. That brings it back the table. Same method, when you want to split a cell, for example, in some scenarios when you're doing the table, you might want to split a cell. So look into this and split the cells. You see that number of columns to number of rows. I'm just keeping as it is. It is split the cell. If you don't want it, just undo it. That's all. Undo the option of from your magic button, undo option. Good, that's done. My exercise 4 is also completed, splitting a table. Next, move on to merge cells in the table. Merge cells in the table. Okay. What do I do? Follow the instructions. Select the cell you want to merge. Table, merge cells. Right. I'm just going to do this conversion. Okay, merge. Okay, let me just do one more table for you guys. Now, what that table has, how many columns that table has? 1, 2 columns, and how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So this is my merge columns, which is exercise 4. Exercise 4. Now merge columns, insert table. Insert table. I have 2 columns and 2 columns and 5 rows. Okay, just say okay to that. I'm going to take it, and now I'm just going to enter the first conversion of kilometers into miles. I'm just going to enter this conversion of kilometer into miles. So now what I'm going to do is uh, I'm going to merge this cell because I want it to be one heading. So I'm just going to highlight it. You see this option, and then from there again I'm going to select the option of layout from the table. You see this option of merge cells. There you go, merge cells. It converted into one cell. And also you can shade it. You can increase the font size. You can bold it, change the color, up to you students, however you want to do it. You can align center, you can mold, make it bold, all those things you can do those things. Convert, I think I did not highlight select C, but you do it properly, alright? That's into merge cells. Now some okay, merge cells. If I want to add some extra columns or delete extra if I want to add an extra row into this or delete an extra column, how do I do this? So if you go into layout again, you see this option, click wherever you want to insert a new row. For example, I want to insert a new row here. I'm just under layout, this is all self-explanatory. Insert above, there you go, I have a new row. Insert below, I have a new row. Insert left, I have a new column. Insert right, I have a new columns in there. If I don't want it, just highlight it, whatever you don't want it, and then right click and delete columns. There you go. Right click and delete rows. You do, if you do those that the columns you don't want it, delete cells, and just click on OK. See students, it's not that difficult at all. It is very simple. Very simple. Just follow the instructions carefully and also follow this tutorial. Now delete the columns. I have it here. So okay, now you see these students. Please see what are different options here. What are this height? What is this width? If you want to increase the size of a row, size of a column, what are these options of alignments here? Aligning left, center, headings. See, please look into all of these things. Okay. Now convert to okay. Next task. Next, move on to the next task. Let's see what the next task is. This is my exercise 5, converting text to a table and table to text. Now when you're typing this, there's a trick to this. Exercise 5. Students, when you're typing, when you want to leave a space, now you have to press tab on your keyboard. Press tab, please, press tab on your keyboard, otherwise it will not give you table columns. And then press enter. See, I'm sorry, so press tab and then 34, 54. Press tab 34. I'm just going to write 54. I'm just going to write 2 rows, and then from here, see, from here highlight the data. If you click on insert table, you see this option of convert text to table. Number of columns, yes, and clicks on OK. See there, you get the table. It may not always come correctly, the number of rows and tables, because it depends on how you tapped it. I think I included an extra tab somewhere, that's why it's coming out to be like this. But see, it is converted into table. Now I want to convert this into text, so I'm just going to highlight it, layout. See this, convert to, there's an option of convert to text. Tabs, yes. See that it's converted back to text. Because I did not leave the tab properly, this 34 and 54 is coming out of the way, but I can just arrange it again. But still, you can see some conversions. I just press backspace to make it clear. See students, I have explained you exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything. Please take your time, do complete your task and send it back to me as soon as possible, preferably by next week, next class. I want these all 5 activities to my email address. Until then, take care. Miss you all guys. Hopefully see you all soon in the classroom. Bye.